The day I got the call from Dr. Evans was the day my world shattered. Stage 4. 6 months, maybe a year if I was lucky. I drove home in a daze, parked the car, and just sat there in the quiet garage, the engine ticking as it cooled. I thought about how I'd tell Sarah, my wife of 12 years. How would I break her heart? Turns out I didn't have to. I walked into our house on Maple Avenue, the one we'd bought with every penny we'd saved. I heard her voice from the kitchen, not sad, but cheerful, too cheerful. And then another voice, a man's. I crept closer, my heart pounding a sick rhythm against my ribs. Through the crack in the door, I saw her. She was laughing, a bottle of our best champagne in her hand, the one we were saving for our 15th anniversary. A man I didn't recognize, some guy named Mark, had his arm around her. To us, he toasted, his voice smug. Into your newfound freedom? Sarah clinked her glass against his. He'll be gone soon, she whispered, her smile wider and more genuine than any I'd seen from her in years. 6 months, the doctor just called. All of this, she said, waving her hand around our kitchen. Our home will be ours. My own wife, toasting to the day my life insurance policy would pay out. In that single, sickening moment, something inside me didn't just break. It hardened into something cold and sharp. The grief for my own life vanished, replaced by a single, burning purpose. They wanted to see me gone? Fine. But I wouldn't be going alone. The next few months were a masterclass in deception. To Sarah, I was the dying, heartbroken husband, too weak and defeated to notice anything. She played the part of the doting wife, bringing me bland soups and patting my hand with fake sympathy. All while she was planning her future on my grave. But while she was booking trips with Mark on my credit card, I was busy. Every late-night girls' night out was documented. I hired a private investigator, a quiet ex-cop, who worked out of a small office downtown. He was worth every penny. Got me everything. Photos of them checking into the Biltmore Hotel on Grand Avenue. Recordings of their phone calls, full of their sickening plans for my money. Receipts from expensive dinners at Spago that she'd claimed were business meetings. Collected it all, organizing it into a neat, undeniable portfolio of her treachery. I changed my will, leaving every single thing to a dog shelter. I met with a bulldog of a divorce attorney, a woman named Ms. Albright, looked at my evidence with a grim, satisfied smile. We set the trap. The day came 2 weeks before our anniversary. Sarah had planned a big support party for me. All our friends, our family. She stood in front of everyone, a picture of a grieving, loyal wife, giving a speech about our love and my brave fight. Her performance was flawless. Tears welled in her eyes as she spoke. Mark was in the crowd, watching her with a proprietary smirk. When she finished, 2 thunderous applause, I stood up slowly. Thank you, Sarah, I said, my voice quiet but carrying across the hushed backyard. Your devotion has been illuminating. I gestured to a large screen we'd set up for a photo slideshow. And since we're all here celebrating honesty and love, I have a little something I'd like to share. The first photo flashed onto the screen. Sarah and Mark kissing passionately outside the Biltmore. The crowd gasped. Then another photo, them holding hands across a dinner table. Then another, and another. Let the slideshow run as I walked over to Sarah, her face a mask of pure, white-hot panic. I handed her a thick manila envelope. Those are the divorce papers, I whispered, for her ears only. And this, I said, handing her a second, smaller envelope, is a letter from my oncologist. Turns out I was misdiagnosed. I'm in perfect health. Her world collapsed in on itself right there in front of everyone. Her friends, her family, they all saw the truth. The party ended in a storm of angry shouts and slammed doors. Mark vanished into the night like the coward he was. The divorce was brutal and swift. She got nothing. Her friends abandoned her. Her family disowned her. I sold the house on Maple Avenue and moved out of the city. I heard she's working as a waitress somewhere in the valley, living in a tiny apartment. Sometimes late at night, I sit in the silence of my new life and think about that day. I didn't just survive, I won. But victory tastes a lot like ash.